Welcome to Moody High School, Corpus Christi, Texas. The Bayfront Bash. Brad Cohn with Vype Media bringing you Timberwolf baseball. Game 3 of our broadcast season. Timberwolves 5-1 on the year, 2-1 on this tournament. So it's game 3 of the tournament as well. 1-0 over South San yesterday afternoon. And then last night, they had an 8-0 shutout of Corpus Christi Kings, rumored to be a pretty good team. South San looked pretty good. We struggled a little offensively, but pitching and defense were great in both games. Great to start off with 2 shutouts. And today they face Edcouch Elsa, the Yellow Jackets. Game 1 of day 2 here at Trojan Field on the campus of Moody High School in Corpus. And let me give you the starting lineups. First, for the Yellow Jackets of Edcouch Elsa, who will be the visitors, they're leading off with their pitcher, Alex Salazar. Batting second in center field, Trey Del Toro. Batting third, DH Pedro Gonzalez. Batting fourth, the catcher, Andrew Noyola. Batting fifth at short, Steve Rangel. Batting sixth, left fielder, Joseph Cuevas. And batting seventh, third baseman, Troy Barco. Batting eighth, second baseman, Caleb Sandoval. Batting ninth, first baseman, Matt Cano. Israel Campos is playing right field for them. He is not batting. They're DHing for him. For Cedar Park in the bottom half of the innings, they'll lead off with first baseman Cade Davis. Batting second, playing third, Hudson Cuevas. Batting third, left fielder Brady Richardson. He's been all over the field in the 3 games here today. Batting fourth, DH Dominic Naylor. Batting fifth, playing second base, Parker Green. Batting sixth, right fielder Jake Kalashaw. Batting seventh, in center field, Mac Galindo. Batting eighth, behind the plate, catching Christian Gomez. And batting ninth, shortstop Logan Hedges. So once more through the lineup, if you're keeping your own scorecard at home for the Timberwolves, it's Davis, Cuevas, Richardson, Naylor, Green, Kalashaw, and Galindo, Gomez, and Hedges. Edcouch Elsa starts off last night. I told you in the day games here at this tournament, you see Beechcraft King Airs around the field. You just heard one flying over. They are from the Advanced Pilot Training School here for Navy pilots. And yes, I'll call them pilots and not aviators. I'll tell you why in a minute. But yeah, Corpus Christi Naval Air Station is off to our right 6 or 7 miles. And there are 2 or 3 auxiliary landing fields around town. One of them by the stadium last night. And you're often seeing those orange and white Beechcraft twin-engine turboprop King Airs flying around training Navy pilots. Yeah, I call them pilots because my family's an Air Force family, and the whole world calls the person who commands and controls an airplane a pilot, except the Navy. Well, they already had a term for that. A pilot was the guy who navigates large ships through local waters. So they didn't want to use that, and so they call them aviators. The problem is anybody who's got a job in an airplane is an aviator. The guy in command and controlling the aircraft is more than that. He is a pilot. But anyway, a long argument. Here we go. 12:39 here, Central Time in Corpus on the Texas coast. The pitcher for the Yellow Jackets, Alex Salazar, steps in to face Drew Robertson. First time we've seen him this year, at least on a broadcast. Lefty. First pitch, strike on the outside edge. Starts out well. Del Toro, center fielder, on deck, and then their DH Pedro Gonzalez here in the first. Low and or in, 1-1. Pitching with some pace, Robertson, a fastball down the middle, fouled off, 1-2. Now you can tell we're in a slightly different climate 200 miles south of Cedar Park here, or 225 I think it was from my house to the hotel. In that on these warm, kind of muggy days, they've already got the bugs out. We've got flies and big black mosquito looking things hovering around me and landing on my paperwork all the time. No wind today to blow them off. The lack of wind helps baseball, and it keeps it from being as cold as it was just less than 24 hours ago out at Veterans Memorial High School. Here comes the 1-2. A little outside, 2-2. We don't have Edcouch Elsa's record on the year. We beat them in this tournament last year by a pretty hefty score, I think it was. I believe they're a 4A school. No, they're 5A. We played them in football a couple of years ago in the playoffs, now that I think about it. Full count now to their leadoff hitter, Alec Salazar, trying to become an 88%er. Drew will throw a strike right here. No, I guess not. Leadoff walk and he becomes an 88%er. Here is center fielder Trey Del Toro with no outs and a runner at first. Now, I want to remark on the camera, remember yesterday afternoon we had a situation like this where I wanted to focus on a black nylon fence. This is a metal chain link fence. It still wants to do that, but Merle Bertrand told me a technique I'm using that's helping a little bit. That one's low and away, 1-0 to Del Toro. And I've used that technique and it does help, but it helps better when it has got a right-handed batter there in the middle of the screen. Then the players are better in focus than they are when it's a left-handed batter. So we're just going to have to fight that all through the day. There's a called strike, 1-1. The players a little blurrier right now than they are when there's a guy standing in that right-handed batter's box. And it only works when I'm focusing this close, so unfortunately we can't see the rest of the field. This is a ground ball, shortstop, backhands it, comes over. Does he get him in time? Nope, pulled him off the bag. There's a valiant effort out there by Hedges. Had to field it quickly and go up in the air to throw while fading away from first. Took something off of it, so they got runners at first and second, no out here to start the game. Since he pulled him off, he didn't just say he was safe. I have to unfortunately give an E6 on that. Here's the DH, Pedro Gonzalez. And that is a shame because Hedges has played brilliantly at shortstop so far this weekend. Shows bunt, bunts it. Right side of the mound, second baseman covers. Robertson over to Green for the out, and both runners move up. That's Salazar to third, Del Toro to second. 1-4 on the out at first on the sacrifice bunt. Brings up cleanup hitter, catcher Andrew Noyola. Hopefully he's a righty, and we'll get a better focus. He's a lefty, of course. Cedar Park in danger here. That was outside and low, 1-0. Have given up their first run of the tournament. 2 shutouts, 1-0 and 8-0. Timberwolves in their black shirts with white trim and numbers, and white pants today with a single black pinstripe. Black caps. This one's fouled over our dugout, the third base dugout, 1-1. A lot of Edcouch Elsa fans, Yellow Jacket fans here today off to our right. Cedar Park fans kind of behind me and to our left. Both groups, of course, closer to their own team's dugouts. 1-1 the count. Robertson with a delivery. A little low, 2-1. So our next game today is against Banquette, B-A-N-Q-U-E-T-E. It's back at Memorial High School. That hits him at 5:30, so we'll have that one too. So another free pass. Loads the bases with 1 out. Shortstop Steve Rangel, 5-hitter, 1 out, bases loaded, facing Drew Robertson. Yeah, we need that. You know, I said that yesterday at this point last night. Said, yeah, we need the pitcher's best friend, that double play with the bases loaded to get out unscathed, and we got it. Hedges field a ground ball while going to second, steps on the bag, goes to first, and end the inning. We need that right here. Outside. 1-0 to Steve Rangel. There's a pitch. 1-1. Sun was out briefly in pregame. And I mean briefly, maybe 5 minutes. And it just looked great out here. And I know, as a former player myself, I'd rather play when the sun's not out so it can't find a way to get in your eyes. But the game just looks better with sunlight and shadows. Grounder to first. Gets it, comes home for the force out. Bases still loaded, but no run in. And 2 down. Great heads-up play by Cade Davis, diving and fielding that ball in the grass and coming home to Christian Gomez to force out Alex Salazar at home. So let me get my score sheet. That was a 3-2 put out at home. He goes to third. He goes to second. He is at first on a fielder's choice. And here's left fielder Joseph Cuevas. High, but he calls it a strike. Boy, that was his shoulder blades. Thank you. Unfortunately, he'll probably do that to us, too. So now I just need an out anywhere to get out of this one unscathed. Oh, nice pitch. Got him swinging at it. Pulled a little bit off speed and got him swinging early. 1-2. Now just a strike away for Drew Robertson. Foul ball. Still 0-2. This will be the 21st pitch of the inning for Robertson. More than you want to throw. And it's way outside. 1-2. Fouled to stay alive. Cuevas. There Cuevas. Joseph, the left fielder. Kind of diminutive. Makes it a small strike zone for Robertson to hit, but it is still 1-2. That one's high. 2-2. That was a different looking delivery from Drew. It looked more kind of sidearm for some reason. I don't know if that was on purpose or what. Comes a 2-2. Oh, a little bit high. 3-2. Nowhere to put him. Got to throw one that's undoubted. Even if he hits it, like I said last night, I'd rather than earn it than us give it to him. Runners on the move, swing and a miss. Robertson strikes him out with the bases loaded and comes away with a shutout for the weekend. Intact now, spreading to 3 games. We'll be right back in just a moment. All right, we'll go to the bottom of the first now. No score yet. Davis, Cuevas, Richardson to lead it off for the Timberwolves. You're watching Alex Salazar warming up out there. Brad Cohn here for Vype Media. Bringing you the action. Timberwolves baseball this year, and glad to be back at it after missing most of the season. I did the first 2 district games, Liberty Hill, a win and a loss, after this tournament last year, and then succumbed to lymph node cancer, which I successfully recovered from now. I feel pretty good. Thanks for all your good wishes. And unfortunately also, it had me miss a terrific season. Cedar Park with their 3rd straight district title. A good playoff run, 3 rounds deep. And a lot of that skill, talent, and experience in pitching is back for this season. So I'm getting all tingly about this year as well, especially with this start so far. They are 5-1 overall, 2-0 here in their 3rd game, and have not yet allowed a run here in Corpus. 25 pitches though for Drew Robertson that first inning, well more than you want. Only 13 strikes and 12 balls. Gave up a walk, hit a guy, had a strikeout. But importantly, got away from the field with a goose egg still on the scoreboard. So here's Cade Davis stepping in. Left-handed hitter, of course. Put you a step closer to first base. There's a hard 2-hopper to second. Gloves it over to first in time. Caleb Sandoval to Matt Cano for the out. 1 away. Had 2 big hits yesterday. One, a double off the wall to score the only run of the game in that 1-0 win. And then last night, a triple up the right field line. Hudson Cuevas, the 3rd baseman. Big day yesterday for Hudson. And he calls time. No outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 1st. Cedar Park trying to strike first. Oh, it's behind his head for ball 1. We saw an unusual play yesterday, didn't we? Our pitcher threw behind their guy's head. He ducks, his bat's still on his right shoulder. Ball hits the bat and lands in fair territory. And it's just slightly rolling towards third. So it was just kind of like a bunt. He had to run. Cuevas fielded it, throws it over to Davis for the out. I've often wondered through the years, seeing that kind of a play. That one's low, ball 2. Wonder when it would hit the bat, and it did finally yesterday. Not the way you'd like to ground out to third, with your bat on your shoulder. Here comes a 2-0 to Hudson. Way high, 3-0. Noise from the CP dugout. There's a good pitch right down the tube. 3-1. I think our pinstripe uniforms are the ones I like best, but I don't mind these either. The black shirts, the kind of old English styling of CP on the right breast. Grounded foul. Full count now to Hudson Cuevas. 1 out, nobody on here. Bottom of the 1st in Corpus, pushing 1 o'clock. I'm hoping for a quick game here somehow. So we need to get 1 run and everybody else just grounds out on the first pitch the rest of the way, because I need as much time as possible to shut down, pack up, move across town, put it back up, start it back up for the next game. Hudson backs out. Pitcher Salazar taking too much time for his liking. Steps back in. Here comes the full count pitch. Low, and he's aboard. Low and in. Left fielder Brady Richardson to the plate. Brady wearing his lucky number 13. He has the whole time he's been here. He's kind of like Davis. It seems like he's been playing here forever. Another senior that's going to be of great value this year, but boy, are we going to miss these guys when they are gone. But man, we got some good freshmen coming in. They're playing a lot already and contributing greatly. Guys who can be with the program for a long time still. The 1 out, Cuevas at first. Catcher shifts to an outside setup. The pitch is inside, and it misses. He blocks it, though. 1-0 to Richardson. My wife Sherry and I live in the house that the Richardsons used to live in. And I think the room I've set my office up in is when Brady was a very young boy. I think that was his room. It's a small world. Catcher setting up way outside. Pitch down the middle, and Brady rips a grounder into left. First hit of the game. That moves Cuevas to second. Still 1 out. Richardson at first for the DH, Dom Naylor. He had a couple great innings pitching. Gets the pitching win, actually, yesterday. Sorry, I accidentally hit my mic. 1 out, Cuevas at second, Richardson at first. Naylor at the plate. Started way inside. I thought maybe it was coming back over the inside corner, but no. Ball 1 to Naylor. Parker Green on deck. Jake Kalashaw will follow him. And Cedar Park gets something going. Well, let's say when they get something going. They got something going with that. At least a double up the left field line. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. And from first to third goes Naylor. Excuse me, I had that wrong. Just 1 run scored. Cuevas scored from second on that one. Richardson goes from first to third. Naylor ends up at second with the RBI double. Parker Green to the plate. Wow, almost takes his nose off. It's so high and inside, and he calls it a strike. You all saw that. Almost went in his left nostril and out his right nostril. So 0-1 to Parker Green. He's not crowding the plate. That cannot have been that close to his nose and been over the plate. That caused him to swing at another inside pitch. That's how that works. 0-2. Parker Green with a great pitching job last night, too. Played second in the first game, on the mound for the night game, back at second today for this one. On the ground, but right at short. He's playing low. He looks the runners back and goes to first. First baseman was off the bag, but did scoot his foot back to it just before Green crossed. So 6-3 on the put out and 2 down. Runners all stay put. Richardson at third. Naylor at second for right fielder Jake Kalashaw. Salazar taking plenty of time looking at his sides and around the infield. Not a pitcher with much pace. This one's outside in the dirt and blocked nicely by Andrew Noyola. 1-0. Oh, this is such better, more pleasant weather than we had at this time yesterday. Near this time yesterday. Supposed to get well into the upper 70s today. side. 2-0. Matt Galindo's on deck. Christian Gomez would follow him. Team's going to Chicken Express for lunch between games. I don't have any time to do anything like that. I sprint over to the other location and get set up. On the ground, two-bounder to shortstop, and it's off his glove, and a run will score. Another one's coming home because they can't get to the ball.
And that error cost him. Kalashaw lives on the E6. Got Richardson scoring from third, Naylor scoring from second.
It's 3-0 with 2 outs, and I have not adjusted the scoreboard yet. Let me do that. Sorry about that. My downfall in these early games, getting into the swing of things.
So here's Matt Galindo, left-handed hitter.
On the ground, off the mound, and over the shortstop's head with that catapult launch.
And he is aboard with a single up the middle. Moves Kalashaw to second.
There are 2 down. Cedar Park up 3-0.
Let's go, Christian!
Christian Gomez, the catcher, steps in.
Right-handed hitter. Our camera works better for right-handed hitters today. We're back to that nylon net this afternoon, unfortunately. On the ground, fair up the third base line. Coach is sending him rounding third and coming home and scoring.
This Jake Kalashaw, it's 4-0. Galindo stops at second. Gomez with the RBI single. Whipped it up the line at third. 4th hit of the game for Cedar Park batters.
4th run of the game for Cedar Park runners.
Go, good.
Still 2 outs. Their coach comes out to talk to their pitcher here as we're sending our 9th hitter to the plate here in the bottom of the 1st. Coach Forrest up the line at third, talking to his next 2 hitters. 9 guy Logan Hedges is due at the plate, and then back the order with leadoff Kate Davis. Talking offensive tactics here with 2 outs. Galindo at second and Gomez at first. We got 4 hits, 3 of them singles, 1 a double, and a walk. So we've had 6 base runners and 8 hitters. Only guys who didn't reach base, Cade Davis, pretty good offensive player, and Parker Green, he's 1 too. So Cedar Park offense looking pretty good. I hear another king here. Thrown by a potential Navy pilot. Now back to the action. Pitch from Alex Salazar. It shows bunt. Oh, they say it fouled first. I think it went off of his foot.
So 0-1 to Logan Hedges.
Good strategy though. Trying to bunt for a hit. Oh and 1, 2 outs, runners at first and second for Logan Hedges. And he calls time. Again, Salazar taking too much time. Too much time for me to get to the next game on time, that's for sure. Very slow-paced pitcher. Seems like Cedar Park has been batting forever. We're still in the 1st inning. It's 105 off a 12:30 start. Pitch is high, maybe inside as well. 1-1. Heard from a couple folks who watching the broadcast yesterday. Glad to hear from you. Glad folks are out there enjoying this. Look at that long time. You could take a nap between pitches. On the ground, one bouncer to the third baseman over to the bag to end the inning, but Cedar Park sends 9, scores 4, and leads after 1, 4-0. I'll be back in a moment. Well, no commercials or anything in between innings for the tournament. We don't have any of that all roughed out yet. Probably will as the district season starts, or after next weekend, I guess that is when that starts. Pitch counts 25 for our guy Robertson in the first. 13 strikes, 12 balls, a walk, a hit batsman, and a strikeout. For their guy Alex Salazar, 21 pitches, 13 strikes, 9 balls, walked 1, gave up 4 hits and 4 runs. So now we go to the top of the second, and they are at 7, 8, 9 in the order. Here's third baseman Troy Barco. First pitch inside and low for ball 1. Called strike 1. Caleb Sandoval, second baseman, is on deck. And their 9-hitter, first baseman Matt Cano. Inside, 2-1. Not sure who Coach Forrest has in mind for relief if he gets into trouble, Robertson, or he just throws too many pitches. It's a pitch count. Swing and a miss at that, 2-2. This will already be his 30th pitch of the game, and we've only registered 3 outs. Ripped foul right at the guy standing next to the fence of the Cedar Park dugout. Still 2-2. And strikes him out swinging. Something off speed. Not fishing for it. It was low in the zone, but effective. Second strikeout of the game for Drew Robertson. Brings up 8-hitter, second baseman Caleb Sandoval. This one's lifted to left center, drifting over the left fielder Brady Richardson. Grabs it. 2 down. That's 7 on the out. Matt Cano, the first baseman, will step in. Looks like he's going to change bats. So top of the order, the pitcher Salazar will be on deck. Good pitch, strike 1. So first time through the order, 4 of the 9 started 0-1 against Drew. Oh, this one started 0-2. I'm not keeping up with the out bug on your scoreboard. It just did there. We're at 2 outs.
Swing and a miss. We're at 3 outs. 3 up, 3 down after a shaky first inning for Drew Robertson. Cedar Park will come to the plate when we come back, still leading 4-0. So if we look at the pitch count now for Drew Robertson, he had 2 of the 3 outs swinging strikeouts there in the second, and that nice 3 up, 3 down outing. He only threw 9 pitches, 7 strikes, 2 balls. His total for the game, 34 pitches in 2 innings, 20 strikes, 14 balls, walked 1, hit a guy, and has struck out 3. And most importantly, no runs allowed. Cedar Park, a full 7-inning game, or 6.5. We didn't need to bat in the bottom of the 7th yesterday afternoon. Last night they ended it with us at the plate and still scoring, leading 8-0 in the bottom of the 6th. That score could have been more. So 6 and 13, 14, 15 innings now played over 3 games here in Corpus, and Timberwolves have not allowed a run yet. So batted through the entire order, 1 through 9 in the first. Let's see if we can do that again here in the second. Davis, Cuevas, and Richardson, top of the order to lead it off for the Timberwolves. Here's Cade Davis, the first baseman. 2 big multiple base hits yesterday. One of them won the game. Hitless today, 0 for 1. He grounded out to second on the first pitch of the game for, well, 2 Cedar Park anyway. First pitch is called strike. Started high and out and curved down and over the edge. Good pitch by Salazar, 0-1. This is unfortunately when the picture's kind of fuzzy when we got a left-handed batter. Called strike 2 to Cade. Comes the 0-2 from Salazar to Cade Davis. Way out. Yeah, I'd go with the team if I had more time. Unfortunately, I don't like Chicken Express though. So I'd go with them if they went like maybe to Golden Corral or somewhere. Choose your food. But yeah, I'd still need more time. It takes a lot of time to set the stuff up. Well, to unpack it, set it up, get it on and test it, and then to do the opposite at the end of each game. Bounding ball to second, grabs it over to first in time, and Davis grounds out to second for the second time in the game. 1 down. Hudson Cuevas to the plate. He walked and scored in the first inning. Yeah, most of the work in doing what I'm doing here is before and after the game. It's actually pretty easy to sit here and watch the game and talk about it. That's the easiest part of the job by far. Pitcher's, I guess, high and in. He's been calling that a strike, but we'll take the ball call. 1-0 to Hudson Cuevas. That one's high and out. Gets through to the fence. 2-0. Hudson halfway to duplicating what he did in the first inning as well. Davis did that. A couple of 4-3 ground outs. Tell you what, if we do the same thing in the second as we do in the first, we're in good shape. another one. Bounds over the catcher's head to the fence. 3-0. Brady's dad, Brian, might be watching. Hey, Brian. Be more fun down here. Wish you could have come. Might have been a lot cooler if you did. That was a strike, 3-1 to Cuevas. Brady's playing well. At the plate and in the field and on the mound. This one lifted, left field. Camping under it. Making the catch, Joseph Cuevas. So Cuevas gets Cuevas out. On the F7, 2 down, nobody on for Richardson. Singleton scored first time up. Wind in the throw, on the ground towards third, but foul. Fielded by Tyler Forrest. 0-1. Only 3 of the first 9 batters, first trip through the order last inning, started 0-1 against Salazar. Shows bunt. Beats it out. Brady with good speed. Perfect placement on that bunt. Just out of frame to the left side of your screen when it rolled to a stop. Everybody had to come a long way to get it. So bunt single to go with his real single in this game. 2 for 2 for Richardson. He's at first with 2 outs for the DH, Dom Naylor. All he did last time, have an RBI double and then score. Let's do that again. I heard somebody in the Cedar Park dugout do the swing and a miss. 0-1. Do the Dak Prescott thing. Here we go. 0-1 to Dom. 2 outs. Richardson at first. Cedar Park up 4-0. Misses 1-1. They are using the scoreboard here at this game. I can't figure out where the person is that's controlling it. Low and away, 2-1. The horn you heard is Moody High School campus, just right behind us and to the left. The class changing horn going off. 2-1 to Dom Naylor. A throw to first. The first of the game for them. Runner goes. The throw down to second, not in time. Stolen base for Brady Richardson. Pitch missed, so it's 3-1 to Naylor. Oh, that's a nice pitch. Full count now to Naylor. 2 outs. Richardson in scoring position now at second. Let's not strand him there. Well, the
main thing that would be great to accomplish in this game, now that we've got a multi-run lead at 4-0, is just to keep maintaining that shutout. Get 3 shutouts to start the tournament would be amazing, and Dom calls time. Once again, Salazar just takes so long that you get in there as a batter and get ready and get all tensed up and ready to uncoil your swing, and he just keeps waiting and waiting. Yeah, you gotta call time now and then. That one low and in. Naylor's at first. He's been on base both times, this time with that walk. Second walk issued by Alex Salazar. Brings up second baseman Parker Green, grounded out to short the first time. Still 2 outs, runners at second and first, Richardson and Naylor. That one missed. 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 to Parker Green. A little high, but he's called that a strike. I was waiting for him to do it there. He didn't. 2-0. It wasn't a strike, but he's been calling that. All the umpires have been calling weird strikes in this tournament so far. That one high and in. So 3-0 to Parker Green. One bad pitch here, and they've loaded the bases with 2 outs. They got the first 2 guys out on a ground out to second and a fly out to left fairly routinely. Now Alex Salazar facing some issues. Oh, that's a nice pitch, though. 3-1. He threw 21 pitches in the first. This will be, I think this is going to be his 22nd. High and in, and he's aboard. 2 straight walks after the bunt single by Richardson. Loads the bases, pushes Naylor to second. Brady Richardson to third. 2 outs, bases loaded for Jake Kalashaw. Reached on an error on the shortstop first time and scored a run. Salazar with that long pause. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to Kalashaw. On the ground at shortstop. Over to first. Gets him to retire the side with no runs scored. Loaded the bases and left them loaded. Through 2 complete, though. They lead 4-0. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, look at the pitch counts for both pitchers now through 2 complete innings for both. Drew Robertson's thrown 34 pitches, 20 strikes, 14 balls, has a walk, a hit batsman, and 3 strikeouts. And Alex Salazar for Edcouch Elsa has thrown 45 pitches,
in 2 innings. 21 balls. Barely better than a 1-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio. And he's given up 3 walks, 5 hits, and 4 runs. They come to the plate in the top of the third at 7, 8, 9, excuse me, at the top of the order. 1, 2, 3. Leading off is Salazar. Walked and was forced out at home on the great play by Davis at first, throwing back home to Gomez for the force out. Pitch is low and in. Starts out 1-0 here in the top of the third. 1:26 p.m. here. Boy, that clock's moving too fast for me. Swing and foul tip. 1-1. There's a game scheduled for 2:30. I don't know if they're going to get that on time. I'd love for this one to be over 2:30. That would give me the time I need. That one back at the fence. Skipped through the glove of Gomez. 2-1. Good pitch on the inside edge. 2-2. Pretty good crowd here. I'd say there's at least 50, 55 people here. Small stand area here at Moody High School's facility, high and out. Full count to Salazar. This will be the 40th pitch of the game for Drew Robertson. Outside, and he becomes an 88%er to Salazar with a leadoff walk here in the third. Second walk issued by Drew Robertson. To the plate, Trey Del Toro, the first of 3 straight left-handers. That probably influenced the decision. Well, if you knew, Coach Fars to start a lefty pitcher. There's a strike 1 down the tubes. Del Toro reached on an error on shortstop. First time it was stranded at third when they left the bases loaded in the first. That one outside, runners not going. A good block and good hustle to go get the ball by Christian Gomez. 1-1. Bunt, foul, third base side, 1-2. Didn't look like we were thinking they'd bunt the way we had our defense positioned. And they did sneak that bunt bat out after the pitch was thrown. It's not in a bunt stance when he threw it. So 1-2 to Trey Del Toro. Checks his swing. It was low and away. 2-2. Well, we could use his K right here. K and then a double play. And it's low. Gets away from the catcher. He doesn't know where the ball is. But the runner rounds second and doesn't go to third. Gomez found the ball. So Salazar now at second. Full count to Trey Del Toro. On a full count to both batters this inning. Called strike 3. He was running to first, man. That was a straight heater right down the middle. I don't know what he was doing. Somebody on the Edcouch side says not playing golf here, I tell you. It was a perfect pitch. That wasn't low at all. Pedro Gonzalez, the DH, had a sacrifice bunt. Fielded by the pitcher Robertson. First time up. Low and away. Another good block by Gomez. Keeping him too busy here. 1-0. In fact, that may have crossed him up. He's coming out to talk. Well, okay.
Tyler Farce is coming out to talk too. That's probably what the deal is. Infield comes in. So situation, 1 out. It is a strikeout, the 4th that Robertson has thrown. He's faced 11 batters and struck 4 of them out, but he has hit a guy and walked 2. Talking tactics here. Resetting the mindset, Coach Forrest. 1 out, runner at second is Salazar of a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd. Moody, one of several high school fields that they throw the Bayfront Bash tournament around to. We only go to 2 of them in this tournament because we're at Veterans Memorial twice. The first game yesterday and the second game today. We're at the big stadium, Cabanas Field, last night, and here we are at Moody today. Low and away, 2-0. We were at a field last year, I can't remember which one it was. It didn't have any power. It was for the first game, so we didn't have a broadcast. That one misses, 3-0, so it's gone to a 3-ball count to each of the 3 batters of this inning. Struck the last one out anyway, walked the first one. Time is called. Don't give him time like that. Not when the pitcher has started his motion. The umpiring's not very good here in this tournament. Gonna pop a muscle on some pitcher someday doing that. So 3-0, we'll try this again. And he walked it. So first and second, 3rd walk issued by Drew, second in the last 3 batters. Still 1 out. Runners at first and second for the cleanup hitter, catcher Andrew Noyola. He was hit by a pitch last time, but ended up being stranded at second. Swing and a miss. That one was tailing down and away after starting right over the middle of the plate. Interesting pitch. 0-1 to Noyola. Swung, lifted into center field. On he comes, makes the catch. 2 down. Matt Galindo with a play in center for the Timberwolves. Runners stay put. F8 on the out. 2 down. Steve Rangel, the shortstop, steps to the plate. Got through the 3 left-handed hitters. Here's Rangel, who had a fielder's choice on the inning-ending. Well, no, actually, he was stranded at first when the inning ended in the first. That one's way outside, 1-0. This is the 20th pitch of this inning, and he'll go to second. It's our first throw to a base. This team has done that once. One and 0 to Steve Rangel. Swung on, grounded foul, right side, 1-1. Joseph Cuevas, left fielder, is on deck. If they stay alive, we just need an out here. A couple strikes would be nice. And keep that goose egg on the board. Fouled in the plate area, 1-2. 1 strike away. Let's do that again, but not let him get a little piece of it. Pitching battery talking on the mound. Gomez and Robertson.
Gomez back to the plate now. And Robertson gets set for the 1-2 pitch to Steve Rangel. Yellow Jackets shortstop, and he grounds it to Davis at first, over to the bag to end the inning. Shutout still intact. We are through 2.5. Cedar Park still leads 4-0. I'll be back in a moment. Looking at pitch counts now for our guy, Drew Robertson. Faced 5 hitters in that inning. Through 22 pitches, actually a deficit on the strike-ball ratio, 10-12. Overall, he's just slightly ahead, but not much better than 1-1. 30-26 on the game for 56 total pitches in 3 innings. Their guy's at 45 after 2. And he is just like Robertson. Salazar is just 4 strikes ahead of his ball total. So Cedar Park will come up here in the bottom of the 3rd, try to expand on a 4-0 lead with 7, 8, 9 due in the order, leading off with center fielder Mac Galindo. Left-handed hitter. Hitting in the 7th spot. Galindo singled to the left side the first time up, but was forced out, unassisted play by the 3rd baseman on a 5U to end the 1st inning. See if we can get another hit here. Next 2 hitters got hits first time they were up. That one's high and out. That's Galindo here, and then Gomez, who's on deck. 1-0. Galindo playing center field. One of several freshmen getting a lot of playing time. On the ground, but just barely foul first base side. Maybe a foot wide of the bag. Would have been at least a double. One now to Galindo. 1:39 as the clock ticks inexorably towards our next game. Wish me good luck getting that broadcast started on time with all the information ready to go. There's a called strike 2. 1-2 to Galindo. Again, Gomez on deck. Logan Hedges in the hole for Cedar Park. Embassy Suites offers that free breakfast, and boy, it's a full one too. It's not just English muffins or something and butter. Swing and a miss. He got a strikeout. Did Alex Salazar? I think that's his first one if I'm looking through. Yes, it is. So 1 out for Christian Gomez. The catcher comes in. He had an RBI single to the left side in the first inning, but was stranded at first when the inning closed. Yeah, I had the scrambled eggs, bacon, the link sausage, some hash browns, orange juice. They also had pancakes. They had other stuff over in a little grilling area that I didn't go visit. It's a good breakfast. All the teams that are staying in the hotel, there must be 4 or 5 of them, and some softball teams as well. They were down there. Foul to the 3rd side for Gomez, 0-1. I guess he's got a nickname I didn't know about. Dugout's yelling at him, let's go Ralph. I guess it's Ralph. Maybe it's just Raoul. I'll have to find that one out. Fouled again. 0-2 to Gomez. Salazar has a little hitch in his delivery when he sticks his leg out for the kick. He just pauses for half a heartbeat before he continues forward. It's the kind of thing that would be distracting to me as a hitter. Doesn't seem too distracting to our guys. 5 hits in less than 3 innings with 4 runs. Catcher set up way outside. They throw it there, but too low. In the dirt, 1-2, the typical high school 0-2 sucker pitch. Since everybody knows it's coming anymore, it might be just as well to throw one down the middle and get strike 3. Nobody goes after that badly outside 0-2 pitch anymore. Setting up out there for 1-2. On the ground through the third baseman into left for a single. Gomez is 2 for 2, both of them singles to the left side. Sixth hit of the game. They're going to run for Gomez. And that looks like Aiden Hernsberger. Let me mark that in. Logan Hedges to the plate. And a fielder's choice as the inning ended in the first. They forced out a runner at third on his batted ball, so 0 for 1. With 1 out, Gomez at first. Bottom of the third, bottom of the order for Cedar Park. Cade Davis, the leadoff, is on deck. And this one's lifted to center. Over for it. That's the running catch. Runner has to go back to first, 2 down. Well struck, but Trey Del Toro on his horse to his left to get that one. Good defensive play. So 2 down, Gomez at first. Top of the order, Cade Davis. Good hitter who's due here in this game. 2 ground outs to second base to start off the game for Cade. A throw over. Nothing doing. That's their second. That's a good pitch that he didn't call a strike. Oh my goodness. Umpires all over the place. But thanks. 1-0. Swung on with the runner going to center field. Back makes the catch, and another speedy retreat that time by Trey Del Toro with good legs in center. Both of those last 2 shots by Cedar Park hitters, by Hedges and Davis, were pretty good ones, and he tracked them down. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left aboard. We're through 3 complete, still up 4-0. We'll be back.
Okay, looking at pitch counts now. Ours is at 56, 30 strikes, 26 balls. Theirs is at 57, 33 strikes, 24 balls. Slightly better strike to ball ratio by their guy on virtually the same number of pitches. And we are now at the top of the 4, 6, 7, 8 in their order. First pitch is high and outside to left fielder Joseph Cuevas. Struck out on a full count pitch last time. 8-pitch at bat for him. Strike one. Cedar Park gets through this inning unscathed. They will be more than halfway through the game with another shutout on the way, perhaps. One's lifted. Deep second. Over into his right. Shallow center making a catch. Parker Green, one down. Third baseman Troy Barco struck out swinging at a 2-2 pitch the first time up. Steps in with one out, nobody on here in the top of the 4th. Ooh, ripped but foul, not by far. Up the third base side, 0-1. Could have been trouble. I'm speaking in code here to fight the jinx. We'll do it after this 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at 0-2. 16 batters he's faced in 4 innings. And Robertson's given up 3 walks, a hit batsman, and has 5 strikeouts, no runs. If you're listening closely, there's an important item there I did not refer to. That one misses 1 and 2. If you're listening closely and got your baseball cap on. Grounded foul. Third side. Still 1 and 2 to Troy Barco. Robertson has thrown a lot of pitches though now, over 60. Still just 1 out in the 4th. That one misses low. 2 and 2. Second baseman Caleb Sandoval, 8-hole hitter, is on deck. And then 9-guy first baseman Matt Cano for Edcouch Elsa. Swing and a miss, another strikeout. That is strikeout number 5. If I've got that right, let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5 for Drew Robertson. 2 outs, nobody on for the second baseman Caleb Sandoval. Called strike, hits the inside edge, 0-1. Swung on, high bounder to third. Cuevas grabs it over to Davis for out number 3 in the 1-2-3 inning. Shutout still intact, and we are through 3.5. Up 4-0. I'll be back in a minute. Brad Cone back with you in Corpus. The Bayfront Bash tournament, Cedar Park. Looking good so far. 1-0 win yesterday, 8-0 win last night. Up 4-0 here against the Yellow Jackets of Edcouch Elsa in Game 3 of the tournament. Game 1 rather of the day. Scored 4 in the first, and that's the only
at bat either team has pushed any runs across. Cedar Park scoreless since in the second and third. Edcouch, Elsa scoreless in all 4 innings. We're going to the bottom of the fourth now. 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Due for Cedar Park, that's Cuevas, Richardson, and Naylor. Leading off with third baseman Hudson Cuevas. 0 for 1 officially. He did walk and score, and the second baseman just threw it into the center field. The last warm-up pitch coming down. It was walked and scored in the first, flied out to left in the second. Another freshman seeing significant playing time. Go Hud, they're yelling for Hudson. Got to learn all of this year's nicknames. That one high over his head, actually. 1-0 to Cuevas. Brady Richardson on deck. Dominic Naylor in the hole. Line drive into left field. Cuevas is aboard with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the fourth. 7th hit of the game for Timberwolf batters. Brady Richardson to the plate. He's got 2 of them. Singled and scored in the first to the left side. A bunt single went to the left side, but was stranded in the at third in the second. Easy for you to say. This one's on the ground at shortstop. Grabs it, goes to second for 1. The relay not in time. Oh, not in time, but they call him out anyway. Woo! The umpiring is really bad here. Wow. 6-4-3 officially in the book. Dom Naylor now to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Thought we had something going there. The umpire didn't want us to, though. Boy, that was, I guess it was kind of close, but it was pretty clearly safe. Naylor RBI doubled and scored in the first. Had a walk but was stranded at second in the second. Got a lot of base runners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 base runners in less than 4 innings. Foul out of play right side. 1-1 to Dom. Wow, I'm hoping the umpire we get in Central Texas is a little better than what we've seen down here on the Coastal Bend. It's not just balls and strikes. You know, close balls and strikes, yeah, there's room for disagreement. But obvious balls being called strikes, obvious strikes being called balls is a little too much to take, and then all kinds of wrong calls in the field as well. Far more than we're used to seeing up home. 1-1 the count. Foul tip 1-2. Strike away now from getting out of it in 3 batters for Salazar. Got out of it in 4 batters last time. That one misses 2-2. I'm realizing their scoreboard out here is designed odd. No, I guess they got that right. I thought they had the home and visitor scores in bad places compared to the inning, but they've got it right. Kick and a throw. Inside. Count runs full to Dom Naylor. With Parker Green on deck, Shaw in the hole. Protect that plate. 2 outs. Yeah, anytime, I guess. And this one, taken foul out of play left side towards the batting cages, hit hard.
but just a loud strike. Well, not even officially a strike. We're still at full count. Fewer two-strike foul balls in this game. Only 4 for them. And that's the first one for us. Had so many of them yesterday in both games. Now steps out once again. Salazar taking too much time for his liking. Too high. Taylor aboard with 2 outs. A walk. I believe that's the 4th. Let me make sure I got that right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4th walk issued by Alex Salazar. Sends Parker Green to the plate. The second baseman is officially 0 for 1 on a ground out to short, but he also walked and was stranded at first. Two outs, runner on at first is Naylor. I'll throw over to him. Sorry, I hit my mic again. I'm trying to swat flies out of my face, and I constantly hit my mic while doing it. The pitch shows bunt. It's fouled up into the net. Interesting idea. 0-1 to Green. They certainly weren't prepared for that. Because it couldn't be a sacrifice bunt with 2 outs. He was bunting for a hit. Green's got good speed. This one fouled up, out of play back into the stands to our right, 0-2. Now Salazar a strike away from getting out of this one. Well, the game started with some offensive promise. We batted around, scored 4 runs in the first, haven't scored since, and have only batted a round and a half in the 3 innings since. Way outside, that was a sucker pitch. Green steps back in. Here comes the 1-2. A little bit low. 2-2. Kalashaw on deck. Galindo in the hole. Wish I could snap my fingers and teleport this technical setup to its position at Memorial High School so I could go to lunch. On the ground, the runner's going to go, though, because it gets off of the catcher's chest protector and off to the right. So it's ball 3, full count to Green. Now Naylor at second. That might be an academic base advancement if this next pitch is ball 4. Here it comes. It's high. It is ball 4, so that was an academic advancement to second by Naylor. Well, 2 straight walks after that questionable 6-4-3 double play they called for him. Here's right fielder Jake Kalashaw. Reached on an E6 and scored in the first. Then grounded to short again in the second, but this time they threw him out. Here's Kalashaw. 2 outs and runners at first and second. Swung on through the third baseman in the left. They're going to hold him at third, and the bases are loaded. That's Naylor at third. Green moves to second. Single up the line at third puts Kalashaw at first for the center fielder Matt Galindo, lefty hitter. One of only 2 in the order in this game. Davis at leadoff and Galindo here at 7. Only lefties. Only time our picture goes fuzzy when we're batting. It's for left-handed hitters. They've got 3 in a row at 2-3-4. Good pitch, called strike 1. 6th batter to the plate.
after the third batter came up with nobody on and 2 outs. So all this action here in the bottom of the fourth has been with 2 outs. Way outside, 1-1. Of course, the double play false call at first has given, or has taken away rather, a run from us, as Richardson would have scored on the last single. Oh, went fishing for one that's too low and missed, 1-2. So now again a strike away from getting out of this unscathed is Alex Salazar. Oh, my feet are cramping up sitting here so long. Outside, 2-2. Gomez on deck. Logan hedges in the hole at the 9 spot. Need to get something on the ground in one of the gaps between third and short or between first and second. That's lifted to center though, and off goes Del Toro. Can't get to it. 1 run will score. Cuts it off, throws it in, 2-run score. A 2 RBI double to left center for Mac Galindo. Kalishaw goes first to third on that shot. Naylor scores from third, Green from second. There are still 2 outs, but Cedar Park, for the first time since the first, has added to their total, now leading 6-0. So here's Christian Gomez, 7th batter to the plate in the inning for Cedar Park. RBI single in the first, and a single, both of these to the left side, in the third as well. Stranded that time. This one's high and deep to center, but it looks like Del Toro's going to track it. Catches it just a few steps in front of the center field fence. Nicely driven, but in the end just an F8 that ends the inning. But Cedar Park sends 7. They get a pair of walks, 3 hits, including a 2 RBI double, and score 2. And at the end of the fourth, they now lead 6-0. I'll be back in a minute. All right, looking now at pitch counts. 81 pitches for their man Salazar, through 4 complete, 45 strikes, 36 balls, 5 walks, a strikeout, 9 hits and 6 runs. For our man Drew Robertson, through 4 complete also, just 67 pitches. That's now 14 fewer than Salazar. 38 strikes, 29 balls. And listen closely, speaking in code here, 3 walks, 1 hit batsman, 5 strikeouts, no runs. So we're at the bottom of their order. 9-1-2 due here is Matt Cano, and he lifts one to deep shortstop. Left fielder calls him off and makes the catch instead, Richardson. Cano is down on the first pitch, and we're back to the top of the order. Alex Salazar, the pitcher, walked both times on full count pitches. First time was thrown out at home, well, forced out at home, a ground ball in the infield. Second time stranded at second, so we haven't gotten him out yet. In fact, as I'm looking through here, he's the only guy we have not gotten out. Most of them we've gotten out both times. First one misses, 1-0. There's a good one, 1-1. This one's lifted foul, out of play. One out, nobody on. 1-2 count to Salazar. Top of the fifth, now trailing Cedar Park 6-0 is Edcouch Elsa. That one's high. 2-2. 4 in the first, 2 in the fourth for Cedar Park. No runs yet for the Yellow Jackets. That one misses outside. From Cedar Park's dugout angle, that probably looked like a strike, but it was outside. Full count. Third straight time. Every at-bat for the leadoff hitter Salazar, he's gotten to a full count, and every time he's walked so far. This time he lifts one to deep left center field. Chasing it is Richardson, makes the running catch over his shoulder, back into his left. Great play by Brady to keep it alive. 2 down, and for a change, we finally got Salazar out. Trey Del Toro, the speedy center fielder, to the plate. With 2 down now. He reached on an E6, went to third, was stranded there when the first ended. Struck out looking on a full count pitch the other time up. Looked at that, strike one. 2 strikes away from a 3-up, 3-down inning for Drew Robertson. This one in the air. Brady Richardson chasing it as well and makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down on a very sparse number of pitches. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pitches. Timberwolves coming to the plate in the bottom of the fifth, looking to expand a 6-0 lead. I'll be right back. So as we look now to the pitch counts for Drew Robertson, after struggling with 25 pitches in the first, he's only thrown 51 more since the first. So a third of his pitches in the entire game in the first inning, the only time he struggled when they sent 6 to the plate, loaded the bases but left them loaded. 0 still on the scoreboard through 5 innings for the Yellow Jackets. He's thrown 76, 44 strikes, 32 balls. 3 walks, a hit batsman, no runs, 5 strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the fifth. We are at 9-1-2 in our order. Shortstop Logan Hedges will start us off. 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice on the inning-ending play of the first inning, and then lined out, nicely hit to center, but Trey Del Toro tracked it down. Called strike 1. Several times in some of these
Really weird ball and strike calls. I've heard Cedar Park fans behind us laughing like it's, at somebody telling a funny story or something. Instead of commenting about it, they'll just laugh. That one goes through 1-1. Not nearly as many 6-3s today to get Hedges' business at short as we had yesterday. Several in both games. He fouls this one off 1-2. And I'm looking at the score sheet now. And no 6-3s. There's only a 5-3. Wow. We've only got one ground ball out in this entire 5-inning game so far. That's kind of interesting. And that's behind him and high, 2-2. When Alex Salazar misses, he often misses big. This will be the 86th pitch of the game for Salazar. In the dirt, full count. Looking to see if Hedges can be an 88%er. Umpire talking to the pitcher for some reason after he walks the ball to him. I think he thinks, maybe he did. I didn't see anything hit the catcher in a delicate error, but their coach is coming out to talk to him. He's still on his knees behind the plate. It's the usual ritual by the umpire when he thinks that has happened. You can see coach is still talking to him. Now he goes back. We'll get back to business here in just a second. So no outs. Hedges the first batter here in the bottom of the fifth. He's got a full count on him. Steps in. Pitches high, walks him. So he does become an 88%er. Only our second of the tournament. And that guy did come true. Top of the order with Cade Davis. 0 for 3, uncharacteristically for Cade. Good offensive player. 2 ground outs to second and a well-hit line out to center. Really gave that one a ride. Trey Del Toro's done a great defensive job for the Yellow Jackets. There's a balk. So Hedges gets to second on the balk. Excuse me. Davis still awaiting his first pitch here in top of the bottom of the fifth. Outside, maybe low. At any rate, 1-0. Swing and a miss on that one. Pulled the string on it. 1-1. Salazar checks second. Here's the 1-1. Low, gets through the catcher again. Hedges goes to third on the play. 2-1 the count to Davis. With a runner on the porch at third, set up for Cade, who has been known to deliver big hits. A hitter's count here at 2-1, but it's outside 3-1. I mean, we'll take the walk, but I'd sure like to see that bat explode. This one is high, but at the right fielder, who makes the catch. Runner tags at third, throws coming, it's not going to be there. 7-0. Hedges scores from third on the sacrifice RBI to right by Cade Davis.
Brings up Hudson Cuevas now with 1 out. Seven to nothing on the scoreboard. Nobody on, called strike one. Cuevas walked and scored in the first, flied out to left in the second, singled to the left side in the fourth, and was forced out at second. Ground ball, shortstop backhand, grabs it, throws, got it. Cuevas was close. 6-3 put out though. Makes it 2 away. Here's Brady Richardson. 2 for 3 on the day. Should be, still should be 2 for 3. He should have been safe on a fielder's choice in the fourth, and they called him out at first. But he's got a single to the left and scored, and a bunt single to the left-hand side, but was stranded at third that time. This one misses 1-0. Oh, comes close to hit. Oh my God. Almost hits Brady's elbow. Inch or so away from it. Calls it a strike. One of those guys that sticks his arm out a little farther than that, it would have hit it. Swing. Fly right side. Just into right field. Falling down but making the catch. Matt Cano, and the inning is over. But Cedar Park scores another run, and they take a 7-0 lead through 5 complete. We'll be right back. Okay, we're going to go now to the top of the 6th. 3-4-5 due for the Yellow Jackets. Now trailing Cedar Park 7-0. Football score. A new pitcher warming up for Cedar Park. Carson Reed, number 10. Let me change that on my defensive chart. Carson played some second base yesterday. They'll be facing their 3, 4, and 5, DH Pedro Gonzalez, catcher Andrew Noyola, and shortstop Steve Rangel. Between them, been on base 3 times in 6 trips, all of them for free, a walk, fielder's choice, and a hit batsman. Books closed on Drew Robertson. 76 pitches, 44 strikes, 32 balls. As Gonzalez steps in, the DH takes a first pitch from Carson Reed. And Robertson allowed 3 walks, 1 hit batsman, and got 5 strikeouts. Allowed no runs or anything else. Kind of a nearly but not quite sidearm, probably at about 9:30. The delivery from Reed, that was a called strike, 0-1. They're definitely having to look at a different kind of delivery. Yellow Jacket batters, this one fouled to the right side, 0-2. Noyola on deck, Rangel in the hole. For the Yellow Jackets of Edcouch, Elsa. You look up where they are. Second year we played them here, and we played them in football 4 or 5 years ago in the playoffs. I don't think I yet have looked at where they are. Tip in the plate area, still 0-2. There's a called strike 3. First batter Carson Reed faces, he fans it. Looking. One down. Andrew Noyola, the catcher. Third straight left-handed hitter. Hitless in 2 trips. He was a hit batsman the first time at Strand at second. And he flied out. Oh, they hit him. Second time he's a hit batsman. Didn't even get to finish saying that he flied out to Matt Galindo in center the other time up. Strikes a guy out and hits a guy. I mean, you know, that's high school baseball. So still 1 out, 1 aboard. Noyola at first for shortstop Steve Rangel. First guy since the leadoff hitter, who was Salazar, to hit from the right-hander side. Rangel was on a fielder's choice and stranded at first, in the first, then grounded out to Davis at first the second time up. Fouled in the plate area, 0-1. I don't know if they'll call it here or not. We're at 2:22. I thought I heard the Moody coach, that's the team he coaches, not his personality, the Moody coach, say that he had a 2:30 game. That one misses high and in. Our fans wanted it, but it was high and in. One to Rangel. There's a nice one. Oh my gosh, he got up to call it a strike and changed his mind. It was a perfect pitch. Oh boy. 2-1. Ground ball back to the mound. He goes to second for 1, on to first, but not in time. That was an out when they ran it, but they called it right here. So Noyola was out. 6U around the bag at second. Rangel lives on the fielder's choice. 2 outs for the left fielder Joseph Cuevas. Don't know if he's in relation to our Hudson or not. He struck out and popped out to second. Called strike 1. The thing is, you can't even groove one perfectly down the plate to guarantee a call strike from this guy. Several of those have been called balls. Lifted foul out of play to the right side. 0-2. Now a strike away from getting through the 6th unscathed is Cedar Park and Carson Reed in his first inning of work on the mound. I did it again. Sorry, folks. Grounder towards short, grabs it, makes the throw, digs it out for the out. And that's it. That's the ball game. So the no-hitter teamed up by Drew Robertson and Carson Reed in a 7-0 win by the Timberwolves. And I'm going to be short on time, so no real post game here. I'm going to shut it down in just a second, and we'll have to scoot over to the next game. The team's going to take lunch, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get it. It's 2:24. So that's it. 7-0 the final. We scored 4 in the first, nothing in the second or third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. Did not bat in the 6th. They got nothing across. They had 3 guys. They're 7, 8, 9 hitters who only took 2 at-bats in the game. We had everybody with at least 3 at-bats and several with 4. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 base runners. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but only 4 since the first inning. So a teamed up no-hitter for Drew Robertson and Carson Reed that I know of. That's the first one of the season. All right, we'll see you in a few hours
over from Veterans Memorial High School on the other side of town. Timberwolves will be playing Bankhead. See ya.